All right, day 4. Today is Thursday the 14th. Gonna be a bit of a quick one today. Markets were terrible. Didn't take a trade again, as you could see. We had the PPI today at 8:30. Well, that kind of London, London and Asia's highs and lows were both swept. We had this data high here from 8:30. That was the drawn liquidity this morning, as you can see. Now, I'm going to be honest, coming into the morning, I wasn't 1000% bullish just because of this displacement. There was a chance in my head that we could have retraced to did the discount, the premium 15-minute gap and trade lower. Obviously, we didn't do that. And I was more bullish than bearish, but I thought there was still a chance we could be bearish, so I wasn't confident in longs. There was obviously a long entry here just after 9:30. We got the CISD here, and then we got the 1 minute fair value gap, but this wasn't an SMT here. If this was an SMT, I would have taken this, and what I would have done is I would have longed the fair value gap, stop here. I would have went break even at 0.5 of the range, which if I mark it out, you can see it's there. Roughly there, 0.5 of the range. I would have went break even, as because that's, if we are bearish, like I said, I wasn't confidently bullish, so I thought if I was right to be bearish, then we'll probably come to there and drop. So that would have been my break even point, and then I would have just targeted 2R, but obviously you could have targeted data high, and obviously it would have played out nicely. But because this wasn't an SMT, this wasn't a valid trade, because one, this wasn't a valid CISD because we didn't sweep any lows, and two, I just don't like the look of that. This is kind of messy. If there was an SMT, it's kind of an AMD, but there wasn't, so there's not. If I was bearish, like I possibly thought, there wasn't really any shorts. There was, you could say, all right, there was a couple, there was these IFVGs here, and there was this CISD here, bearish, and we're still respecting the 15-minute gap. But after we get that close to a data high, which wasn't SMT, as you can see, ES was nowhere near it, then we're more than likely going to want to run it. And saying that, I also did look for longs to the data high after I saw us push this high. But as you can see, this 15-minute gap that we had here did not get filled. That created the gap. I wanted it to get filled here, and I would have longed, but as you can see, we did not fill it. And again, we did not get any SMT with the S filling it. So overall, pretty easy day in terms of drawn liquidity, but for me, just no trades. Obviously, after that, you can see we just moved sideways. And yeah, just a pretty low probability day. So again, I'm happy with not taking any trades. And if there was any trades, like I said, the long, again, just like yesterday, if I did take a trade, it probably would have been a win. There isn't really many places I've seen myself lose other than if I tried to short this, but this would just be stupid. As like I said, we were so close to the data high that it was pretty obvious we wanted it. So yeah, that's today. Tomorrow, again, I'm going to be careful. I'm up 1,500 on the week, 3% on the eval. So, there's no point taking trade now when price, especially today and yesterday, has been pretty poor. As obviously, we're at all-time highs, and the news hasn't been great, and we've just been chopping. All right. But yeah, as always, I'll do a recap tomorrow, whether I take a trade or not, whether I take a win, loss, whatever it is, and catch you then.